Hello everybody. How do? I hope thou are having themselves a good morning, day, night, evening, whatever time zone y'all are in today. Hopefully, whatever it be a good time. And if it isn't obvious to tell, yes, I am still a bit tired. But hey, that be how it be sometimes, you know? Yeah, hello everybody. Some of you may be wondering what the fuck is going on right now for this stream. Well, good question, because even I barely know. The title is practically just pretty much a suggestion and also just an idea of what I'm thinking we should do. And right now, I'm thinking we just fall through and just go with the idea. As I'm not gonna lie, I have definitely been on a bit of a Helldivers crave as of late, especially with the amount of news that has come out with the game. Which, by the way, if you somehow have been not paying attention to it and have had your mind under a rock for a little while, it is coming to Xbox, and a while ago, I don't remember if it was on stream or off stream, as either as I was enjoying it or I was playing the game last week, a friend of mine, who is a usual regular here, decided to be like, yo, Star, what if you made a Helldiver Dead Space thing? And so, you know what? That's exactly what we're gonna do. I am basically not gonna be doing like a thing that I did with Helldivers and ODST, where it is basically like an ODST shaking hands or doing the classic meme handshake with a Helldiver. It is just basically going to be my interpretation of, like, what do I think a combination of the Dead Space armor and the Helldivers armor would look like together. And that's basically what we're mainly going to be working around. And I hope you guys are excited, because I don't know what this will look like, what this will be, but honestly, I'm down to see what we can do as a format of experiment. I think it's going to be a good one. You? What did I do? Alright, meantime, no? Well, I get on thing. Those that are VTuber must embrace the scuff, because the scuff is practically all we got. But yeah, anyway, before we properly get into this, a little reminder of what's going on up here. If any of you don't know, I happen to have a Redbubble and a coffee, so if any of you want to help support me in any sort of which way whatsoever, feel free to go to my About section and find the links that lead to those, and do so if you want to. On my Redbubble, I have stickers of my own design, and on my coffee, I have commissions open for any sort of art that you wish, Twitch emotes, and even fight stick art, if that is something that you wish to have. But yeah, anyway, I believe with that said and done, though, it is time for us to hop into the art now. Now, do I have an idea of what I want to get into? Yes. Do I know what I want to do? No. To be frank with you, no. And to be honest, I haven't even picked a Dead Space armor to work with to see how I feel about going about this. So hold on, let me go ahead and do myself a favor and look up armors of the Dead Space character and characterizations. Looking at it though, there could be one that we could work with, but at the same time, it's not the most iconic looking armor. I mean, it looks cool, but is it iconic is the question. And that I'm talking about the armor that kind of looks like a skull sort of thing going on. Alright. Music is dying out. You know what that means. We gotta swap music, and you know what? I feel like currently, at the very least, listening to some stuff that's a little bit more relaxing, one could say. Alright, music is dying out. You know what that means. We gotta swap music, and you know what? I feel like currently, at the very least, listening to some stuff that's a little bit more relaxing, one could say. Alright, The thing is, a lot of the Dead Space armors just in general kind of look pretty cool. The question I just really gotta ask myself here is like, which one do I want to work with? I'm immensely tempted to go with like the Dead Space 1 armor, specifically the design from the remake. Because like obviously that's the one that makes the most sense. At least in terms of just like style and how Dead Space is looking nowadays. Which, by the way, can I just say, fucking epic looking. I'm a little stumped. I really don't know which one to go with, because they all look really cool. You know what? I guess we'll just settle with the Dead Space 1 armor. Now time to find the regular Helldiver armor again. By the way, just for reference, I'm looking at my on the side here of the screen. You guys won't be able to see, probably won't be seeing it for a hot minute here. But I was just basically like looking through like all the different concepts and different armor pieces from both Dead Space and Helldivers. But we're gonna go ahead and stick with the basics, baby. We're gonna go with the default Helldivers armor and the OG remake style Dead Space 1 armor. You know, where is that? There it is. Alright, yeah, I guess we shall work with this. Alright. Now, first things first, that we gotta figure out is posing. You gotta find out which pose you wanna go for with this. Or what we want to go for with this. Unreliable. Alright, real question would be to like figure out what posing I want to put it in, so that way we can get like the high amount of details for armor here. Okay, you know what? I got an idea. A little bit of a hunch on that. Okay, there's that. Okay, here will just be like the good old pew pew. I don't know what gun to put there yet, so I just put like a little placeholder. Actually, you know what? This is a good prime opportunity to kind of like bring it back over here a little bit for like what I could say would be proper meme purposes. Kind of enlarging it a little bit. That way we we could probably work with a little bit more room. A little more room to spare. Alright, what I need to do is kind of like conjure up the body shape a little bit. And yes, we're doing this with my art style because I need to make sure that I practice it a lot more. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I think we might already be cooking up a storm here. So, and I know that, like, with what I said earlier, some of you may be wondering, well, what's your art style? You should know it by heart by now, right? Yeah, but you don't understand. A lot of artists actually have to, like, practice the art styles that they kind of want to go for, or have to train to do. Like, for instance, most comic book artists, they had to learn how to properly draw in a comic book, like, art style. Not everybody will be able to, like, draw everything the same way as others can. It's kind of like always the thing with, like, many art styles is that, like, some people see them as kind of like copying another one. In reality, like, in some cases that kind of has to be the point. Only for purposes of just, like, obviously making sure that, like, if you're, like, say actually drawing out a comic book, you gotta make sure that the art at least looks consistent. You don't want, like, one page to look like one way and then all of a sudden then the next page, unless it's that part of the plot, you don't want, like, one page to look really good and then the next page to kind of just look like what I'm drawing right now. Okay, I need to, like, forgive me, I just needed to, like, get an idea of, like, how a fist is usually supposed to look, because, believe it or not, trying to conjure up a fist in a drawing is a lot harder than you think. So maybe thinking, no, well, how? It can't really be that. Can't really be that hard, right? Believe it or not, especially depending on the art style, it can be really hard. Alright, I think we're gonna go with a thick neck. At least say this diver? Ishimura employee? Engineer? I don't know. It just got a little hard to put. Because, like, if I remember correctly, lore-wise, Isaac's armor is basically like mechanic or engineer armor. So I mean, like, in that sense, I guess it makes sense. But at the same time, with it kind of like being combined with a helldiver, I don't really know what to make of that. Okay, well, right now I don't need to worry about, like, the details of how everything will look, but right now we're at the head, and I feel like I need to figure out how to combine a helldiver helmet with the helmet of the Dead Space armor set. And it's a bit crazy. Wait, hold on. You know what? I need to go back to my good old friend of a website, and by that I mean Sketchfab. Maybe, just maybe, we might find something. All right. Dead Space. We got something, folks. We got the armor. I just need a good long look at that helm. Oh, and the website immediately already knows what I want, and I need a good look at that gorgeous little helmet. I need to give that shining little boy a fucking, because that is gorgeous. That's a gorgeous helmet there, shawty. I could look at this in VR. Yo. If that would be the case, I might go back in. I might go back in here and like possibly take some screenshots. Dude, that's awesome. That is actually fucking amazing. Alright, but anyway, we're not here to gawk over Sketchfab for having great ideas. Even though that is fantastic. We're here to look at this helmet. And we need to like have it be a good looking thing that is, as I said, a mix between that and the Helldivers helm. So, time to go into Sketchfab on both tabs and look at both helmets, so that way I can get like a good idea of what I'm doing. Helldivers. Alright, where's that helmet? That's the classic helmet. I need the modern helmet. There we go. There we go. Okay, I think with the way I have that set up, it might work out well. Alright. First things first, though. It's a question of... Hi, Conker. First things first, though, is...
Hello.
Hello. It's a question of how to combine these two helmets. By the way, Conker, I was just talking about you earlier. Guess what I'm doing? Can you get it? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you take a wild guess? Are you able to Are you able to like make a wild guess? Ignoring the fact that that you like see the title of the stream, can you take a guess? Two helmets. Something tells me he's gonna be a bit insane. Well, I mean, if it's related to the title, then a Helldiver in Dead Space universe. Close, actually, believe it or not. I'm making an armor piece that's in the combination of a Helldiver and a Helldiver's armor and the Dead Space armor. That's what I'm doing. You know, I should probably actually sketch out like an idea first before I like go any further. Alright, little bonus layer just for me to work with. Yep. Right now on the side, you guys can't see it, but I am looking at Sketchfab models of both the armor for Dead Space, specifically the remake, and the Helldivers helmet. And if you're thinking I'm going with like the armor that looks like a skull in Dead Space, no, not necessarily. I'm just kind of like sticking it with like default final form sort of stuff. Man, the unlockables coming for the ODST cross looks great. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping to like... I've been playing a bit of Helldivers off stream, and I'm kind of hoping to at least get like a lot of super credits by the time that it releases. That's what I'm hoping. All right, music is dying here, so boom, bruh, and you know, invite Sedge. Well, I would assume that you're probably still at work within the time that I'm playing. Because I'm playing like midday. If I was aware of the fact of whether you're at work or not, I would definitely invite. Dang, you right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think when it comes to it, I might have a little bit of free reign of like making a different type of design for the helmets. I think it might just work with what I can. Adulting sucks. Oh yeah, I know. I think I got an idea of what I could do with the armor here. Or, hold on 1 minute. But actually, I am a bit of a loss with this, I'm not gonna lie. But I think I got an idea. As I was saying, I need to finish wrapping up my current pass and grind a little so I'm ready for the ODST drop. Yep. Kind of pretty much the same for me for the most part. Fuck. Looking nice. Okay, the samples I'm good on. It's just passes. Yeah. Honestly, for me, I'm still in a mix where I need like both, bro. If I'll be honest with you. I do still need like a lot of samples and a lot more like a lot more super credits for the most part. Alright, sample grind sucks to be honest. Honestly, I don't really have that big of a problem with it personally. I know the grind is definitely not for everybody, but I mean, hey. It's like, it's less to like see it as like grinding for samples and more you just like playing the game. Like you gotta be a little frank about it. Like it's just literally you playing the game. This is looking like a Batman mask. Thinking about it. Not really looking like a Dead Space mask. Doesn't help that it's kind of like lopped a little bit. Just need a solid 4-team squad, then it's easier. Yeah. Honestly, I personally haven't been having problems with it, but then again, I've also been like setting my lobbies whenever it comes to like running off stream to like public, so I kind of just immediately get like the type of squad that I need to work things out, you know. At least that's what I do. That would be another fun co-op. Hopefully someday you both also pick up Monster Hunter Wilds. That would be fun. Another fun co-op. Oh, yeah, definitely, probably. Wilds, is it crossplay? Is it crossplay? I have to ask out of curiosity. Yes, then maybe I might look into it. But as I said before, as I have said before, I kind of would like to try to finish World before I end up getting Wilds. Only just because, like, that's the one game I kind of been putting off the most. And I really should, like, get back into playing that one bit. Before anything, you know? I need to finish World Iceborne. Yeah, fair. Yes, it also kind of feels like it might suck just because of the fact that, like, I know those games are a grind and a half. And even then, I still barely understand how, like, the, like, weapon system and upgrading system in that game works. It's, like, what? Wow, it wasn't so bad. I'm not saying it was bad at all, obviously, but well, it is a mess of a grind, yeah. It definitely can be. Believe me, I know. Alright, this ain't really working out the way I thought it would. Fuck it, we ball, yeah. We're here, might as well work with what we got, right? Yeah, man. These are such hard helmets to combine with. I am just lost. This is a lot more of a difficult challenge than I thought it would be. You know what? I'll just work with whatever comes to mind. First, let's at least get like a shape out of this. Okay, let's see. Hold on, yeah, I got it. I got an idea that we could work with. Or at least try to. And there we go. And get rid of not like that, but get rid of that. And down a little bit. Kind of like a bit of an idea that I had earlier before trying to sketch out that test design. Probably I should make it a little bit more rounded upwards instead of like that. Actually, I should really go like this. Doing my best to kind of like see if this will work out, and so far it kind of looks like it might. Okay, I think this is kind of working out a little bit. I think we're getting somewhere. The ideas are flowing, the brain juices are going. Alright, man, looking at everything that is involved with this fucking helmet and Dead Space, dude. What were the people that were making this game thinking? That is a lot of extra and what feels like unnecessary detail. I mean, I appreciate it, don't get me wrong, but what the fuck? Apologies, because I'm just like looking at, like, as I said, I'm looking at the helmets off stream just to get like a reference of what I could work with. And I'm just like, bro, this is crazy. I'm trying to also like work out how the little thing on the top here is what should work. Because the way that the Dead Space helmet works is that, like, on the top here, hold on. On the top of the helmet, there's like these two little bumps that have like all these little extra details going back to the back of the head. And as for the Helldivers helm, it's got a little something that's a little bit more like this. Where it's like a little bulge out that kind of like goes down to here. I mean, it's not exactly like that, but you get what I'm going for. So I'm trying to kind of like see what I could do to like combine that, but I think I might need to just kind of like scrap that idea. And just stick with a flat base of the head. While just adding in random bits of detail to kind of like make it work, I guess. I feel like this might work out. Alright, hold on. Music's kind of dying out. Hold on. Alright, time to see what we got, what we got, what we got, what we got. Where's the cave one, actually? Hold on. Where's the cave? Oh, there it is. kind of feeling like for now we kind of keep the music a little bit more relaxed a little bit, you know? Right, hold up. Yeah! Beautiful. Okay, where is it? There it is. Okay, because I got the Sketchfab thing for the Dead Space, I'm gonna be using that for reference instead of just some random images because goddamn, this is fucking amazing looking. Especially in the sense of needing something that could work out very well with this shit. And boy, it works. But now I need to look about that armor. Luckily, I already did, and I saved that tab, and I don't need to worry about having to look around in Sketchfab with that shit. Cars. Now the question is, how do we combine the armor and everything else together? I don't think I really need that right now in the background. Okay, you know what? I immediately already got some ideas. Now give me a minute here, let me cook. Yeah. Alright. I see how we can kind of go about with the chess piece for the most part. We keeping it a bit simple, yet also at the same time a little complicated. Just because that's kind of like what the Dead Space armor is anyway. Simple, but also very complex and complicated. I mean, for obvious reasons. Like, have you seen that armor? Like, bruh. I love the design, but I never knew that you could actually make armor out of a mech's ribcage. Actually, if anything, it's probably like in terms of it being like a combination of Dead Space and Helldiver armor. It'd be like if you turned the scrap of an automaton into an armor piece. Kind of thinking about it, sounds pretty fucking cool. Just go ahead and scrap up an automaton and then just turn its bits into armor. Why hasn't that been like a thing of armor for Helldivers yet? That sounds like a neat idea. I feel like that should happen. Conquer, if you're listening in, do you think that would be a good idea too? If you're busy, I get it, you don't need to answer. Good idea was, sorry, automaton bits turned into Helldiver armor. Like you just go ahead and like Helldiver had the idea of just like stealing bits of the bits of their bodies, melting them down and turning it into a new format of armor. I'm glad at least that does sound like a good idea to somebody. Because I feel like it would be a good idea. It kind of makes sense.
You get the ability to strike fear into the enemies that you wish to fear.
Or wish to send fear to. Plus, who knows? Maybe under circumstances it might actually be good, especially when you're fighting against automatons. Imagine wearing an armor set like that though, and wearing the cape that honors the Battle of Malevolent Creek. Like, bro, could you imagine that? Be like, this is for the brothers we lost. Ah! And then you just proceed to mow all of them down with machine guns. I do feel like that would be a sick idea though for an armor piece. Hey, Arrowhead, get on it. It's just like, it makes sense, you know? Now I can't get the idea of like somebody rushing into a battle on like a different planet with an automatons on it, and it being like fucking, it being fucking like crazy, just walking around wearing automatons, fighting automatons. Sounds like the best fucking idea ever. You go back onto the ship. It's just like, diver, why are you wearing the enemy? To strike fear into them, sir. For freedom, democracy, and prosperity. Like he just came back from seeing some shit. That would be funny. Hold on, my back right now. Give me 1 second. Fuck. Okay. Holy shit. Reforming and drawing and getting rid of what I do and do not need. Right now I don't need any of this extra shoulder biz. Okay, and then just for purposes of kind of like having a little extra detail, just gonna do it like this. And a little bit. looks like it'll work. Alright, and now for shoulder pads. I'm thinking maybe a little something like this. Then okay. Listen to me for just a second and just see what I can do. And let me cook for just another minute and you'll be able to understand. I got a big plan. The idea is you won't be able to comprehend right now. Let me do what I need to do and then we'll be able to get to where we need to get. You got me? Actually, hold on. Just, yeah, alright. Okay. Fuck. Okay. That's looking pretty neat, actually. Okay. As be like, was it a straight line from like butt to butt? And then yeah, I looked over and yeah, it was. Kind of wish that like, kind of thinking about it, I wish Procreate actually had like one little thing that you could use where you can like have like a little extra screen like on this, like on the side here that has like the other part that you like trying to reference for like other parts of the drawing. You know what I mean? Like I have like a little camera just pointing to this thing, and then I could just go back over here and just be like, okay, time to recreate it, but on the other side. Perfectly good. Actually thinking about it when you kind of looking at this, I think I might do a little something right here, and that is boom, boom, boom. Looking sick, my guys. Alright, and... Okay, but the way that the Dead Space armor kind of looks and works, I think we might be able to get away with a little something here. Because on Dead Space armor, there's like this little box. There's like this little brick thing with like little ventilation thingies on it, which I feel like might come in handy with what I have in mind here. Hold on 1 minute while I look through this stuff. Okay. Oh yeah, you know what this works. Oh, this works. This works. And with that in mind, hold on.
Oh.
And knowing that the activation screen for like diver stratagems is on the left arm, and the thing I'm talking about is on the Dead Space Armor's left arm. Hold on one sec. Oh man, hold on. Oh. Oh. Sorry, my back. So maybe it might be just one could say a match made in heaven. Is that a screen on the left arm too? Hold on, let me get a good look at that. Might not be, but that's a good place to put one. I'll at least say that. Yeah, from what I'm seeing, we're basically gonna have ourselves a good little thing to work with. Trying to look for a lot of stuff here. Hold on. It's like I'm looking at like the arm on the Dead Space armor and like the armor for Helldivers again. I kind of do be a little stumped on this, but fuck it. We work, we ball, we get where we can, you know? You know what? I think this is a prime opportunity just for me to just be like, you know what, screw it. Time for me to go my own way with it. Just at least a little bit, you know? Stratagem. Nice. The thing is, I also need to figure out what weapon I want to put in this man's hand. I had to fix up the handle a little bit because it kind of was like messing with me a minute. Okay. Idea for this, because there is like a little bit of this kind of going on with the Helldivers armor. We're gonna kind of keep that. We're gonna go with this. Going into a belt that kind of matches the belt on the Dead Space armor. Hold on 1 minute. They both are wearing belts in their own right, but I kind of want to go with the look at the Dead Space armor a little bit more. I know to some of you may not look like it makes sense, but trust me. I'm a man that knows how to cook when it comes to art. Mm-hmm. Yeah, this seems like it would be working out just fine enough. Yeah, this is working out just fine. Just fine. Just fine. Alright. And because there is like some semblance of a belt buckle thing on the Dead Space armor, I'm gonna do a little bit of this, this, and this. Not even gonna bother putting in the extra detail because I think you already can kind of get the idea. Actually, hold on. Idea for this. What the hell? A little bit of a middle piece that kind of combines all the armors together a little. Now with this, I don't really need to make it look like it's just a little armor piece that's just strapped on at this point, because that's kind of like all I have to work with. Maybe a clamp or two. Alright, I think... Yeah, this kind of works out. Real quick to anybody in chat, how we looking so far with this, huh? Anybody thinking that this is working perfectly, or am I just out of my mind? That'd be the question that I like to ask here. He look like he dancing. What we did? He won't be dancing in a minute because he's supposed to be technically having a pew pew in this gun. I just yet to like add in the gun itself, and that's holding the gun. I have yet to decide on whether or not I want to put in like a Dead Space gun or a gun from Helldivers. That might be a decision I'll make, possibly either next stream or off stream, depending on how I feel about it. Alright, now for the legs. First, I must say though, those fucking armor pieces on Isaac's fucking thighs make them look thicker than they actually are. You know what? We're taking a page off of Isaac's book. And also let me get shin/knee guards. Hold on, wait, I got an idea. I got an idea. Idea. This, in my opinion, is definitely looking pretty fine. Man, I gotta say, holy fucking yams. Circulate it, there we go. What? Brother. Okay, there we go. Adding extra design as we go along, because why not? I mean, these fucking boots, like this whole armor for Dead Space is like detailed out the wazoo, bro. Cause like holy, that is a lot. I feel bad for the modeler that had to make that. I myself don't make 3D models, but I have looked into it, and I've seen what goes into making models. It chills thinking about it. Alright. Music kind of dying already. Yeah, let's go with the factory stage, why not? Okay, and now I need like like my roof just back up, please, and thank you. There we go. Wait up. Alright, forgive me while I check a few things on the side here. Not bad time to say that I kind of do need to use the bathroom real bad. Man, these are all so fucking thick legs. And boy, I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not just there to make you horny, even though they do a good job at that. But it will look a little extra thick with how much detail I'm gonna have to put in with these, like, with like these little fucking panels that are on here. Usually realizing I need those for purposes of like making sure it looks pretty or formal and uniform. Yeah, epic. Alright, looking good so far. Holy. Wow. Crazy. Just do a little bit here. A good idea, like where camera should end here. I feel like this is fine. This is fine. I feel like this might not be too much. Kind of just looking at everything and just be like, is this a bit much? Nah. 'Cause, bro, again, have you seen the armor for that Isaac wears in the first one? Goddamn, he looked like he's being built like a tank. Hold on, I need to know one. 5. It's okay. Just gotta make sure I have 5. That should technically be number 5. That is a big difference in paneling there. Actually, wait, now realizing it, this one seems to be just a bit too high up in terms of just like everything. Yeah. Going back a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot of it. Because this needs to be a lot lower. Okay. Usually, I need a bit of a doom. Or just work around this thing. Just have that. Boot meets yeah, I think we can work with this.
I can't talk right now. I'm making piss.
That got me bad. I don't know why. This is just because I always expect the mornings to be like fairly quiet. I just didn't expect that. It's like out of the many things that could have gotten me this morning, that had to be the fucking one. Yeah, I might just like get as much just sketching out that I can, and then I might call it there because you boy getting horrendously tired. Hey. Brother. Actually realizing I think works a little bit better. It's working a lot better. Okay, now insert this. Because these do be some fucking thick boots. These be some thick boots. Okay, and let's get rid of that now, yeah. And then this. And fuck, I need it circular. I need it spherical. Spherical! And then another little bit in there. Ja. Dus, Alright. Okay, hold on. See how this looks now. Oh my. Boys, girls, I believe we have reached peak. I believe we are reaching peak. Because I'm not gonna lie, this looks sick. This looks fantastic. Alright, forgive me, I am checking something on the side. Just because I like to do a look shit. I think it's good. Yeah, boys, I do it. I don't like to my own horn much, but I do believe that we have reached peak with our summers. I know it barely looks much like Helldivers armor in any sort of way right now, but just wait, give it a bit, hold your horses, we'll get there soon, trust me. Always come down to like color and just like proper formatting of everything, but right now, I think this might be the time to go ahead and say, that's enough. Because, boy, this was fun, interesting, and enjoyable. But right now, I myself need a break from this, especially for what's to come later tonight, which, by the way, anybody that doesn't know, we are going to be playing ourselves some Marvel Rivals tonight, so I hope y'all will be looking forward to that. And as for right now, we are going to actually call it there. Oh, fucking hiccup, sorry. And we're going to go ahead and raid out to some friendos. Does that sound fun? It better, because that's what we do practically every day at the end of the stream. How many of you haven't been here before? Raise of hands. Alright, but yeah, hold on 1 minute. We're gonna go ahead and, as per usual, at the end of these streams, send it on over to my buddy Reaper, because he is in need of some stuff over on his copy, because he's trying to raise some money for his mom to like help get some parts for her car paid off. So I hope those of you that are hearing this will at least stick around and stay for that. It would be very well appreciated if you can. So, wait, actually no. We are going to be continuing to raid out the Reaper until he gets affiliate, because god damn it, he's that close. Alright. This, and boom. Alright, so to anybody that wants to participate in the raid, feel free to copy paste that message that I just put into the chat. If you don't have the emails, feel free to either use your own or use some others that you'd like to use. Now, he needs to do the thing already. Yes, exactly. He needs to have the thing done so he can do the thing and get the things that he needs done, you know? Alright. He's currently playing some PC Simulator, so that probably would be a good time for a lot of peeps to like get a little bit of learning in with that, huh? But yeah, anyway. I think we definitely got a good thing kind of going on with that armor. And, when it comes to it, we'll be able to get a good product by the end of it. But hey, we'll have to wait and see for now, though. I think what I got so far is actually really good. But who knows? I do have kind of like an idea for what I could do as like a little background joke thing, which that will have to be something to see when we get there. But for now, though, thank you everybody who's joined me since the beginning of the stream. I do deeply appreciate it. And for those that stopped by to either say hi and or lurk for a bit, I appreciate y'all as well. It means a lot you taking some time to see this dumbass who smiles in the screen for no reason whatsoever, at least when it's not the morning. And forgive me for that stretch, I really needed that because, again, it's early in the morning. At least early by my standards. It's about to hit 10:30 and I would like to get a lot of stuff done outside of stuff for stream. So, yeah. Till next time, 5-star. Signing up for now. Shall see you all tonight if you'll be stopping by.